What is going on, guys? Your boy here, back with another video. Just want to talk about, in a few short years I should be a millionaire. Now there should be a lot of reasons why I'm getting into this and why I think it's even possible. But the cold hard truth is that really I just invest. I've been investing probably since I was early 20s, and I'm 29 now. I would say typically it takes around, depending on the person, right? Because if you know what you want to do, then it'll help make it a lot easier. But at the same time, a lot of people don't know what they're doing, and it makes it hard for people to understand that all you need to do is really save and invest your money. Now, unfortunately, most people don't know about crypto, so it's really hard for people to understand how somebody could make $1 million. And truthfully, I don't understand myself completely. A lot of this stuff is artificial. A lot of this stuff is man-made, which is disappointing. But it's great because it literally shows you that it can be possible if you just use their rules, right? Ooh. Oh, we're still good. We're good. She's not dead. All right. So you got to make sure that you're using their system. And really, I'm gonna be honest with you, it just takes a lot of trial and error because you'll never really know what works until you try it. And I think a lot of people shoot themselves in the foot because they don't even try. See, that's the problem. The problem is we're not trying. And it's because they make it appear that it's impossible. And for a lot of people it is impossible. But that's only because they let themselves believe that it's impossible. There's a lot of people who make $1 million in a few weeks. It's shocking to us, but it's the truth. You would be so shocked to see how much money these people really make. And like I said, everyone's situation is different, right? Because for someone like me, who grew up around people who had terrible money habits, just didn't even know where to put their money. The problem then becomes, well, how do you know what you were never taught? And that's why it takes a real soul searching to actually pull this off. Because you're going to find so much about yourself that you didn't even know was real. A lot of stuff that you do, you probably don't even like. I found a lot of the time that I didn't really care about stuff I was supposed to care about, and then the stuff I did care about, nobody else cared about. So it just seemed like I was stuck kind of figuring it out myself. The good thing is that when you figure it out yourself, then you figured it out yourself. You don't really need somebody else to help you. You're on the right track. I just think people need to get on the right track. They'll be able to figure it out. At least I believe. And thank goodness for me, I was using crypto. I really honestly think, I really believe, I don't believe in, well, I do believe in fate somewhat. I believe that's kind of not the way of life, but I just feel some people's minds and some people's habits will really be like the deciding factor of whether or not they make it or not. But that doesn't mean you can't try and give yourself the best odds. A lot of people don't even try, and that's the problem. The problem is most people don't even try, and then they never figure out what they're made of. Bitcoin for me, and crypto in general, has been so helpful in my life, even before the bull run. because it taught me principles that I could never learn just from my family alone. They just didn't have that type of knowledge. This walk that I'm on, whatever this is, this journey, it's for a reason. And I realize now that all these steps were so necessary. Were so necessary. Because without these pitfalls, these experiments, these things I would do, I don't believe I would have ever gotten there. I don't think I would have ever gotten there because it would have been too difficult. And I'm going to be honest with you. If you had told me in the past that I would have to do all this work, honestly, I probably wouldn't have done it. Because it would have seemed too much. It would have seemed too monstrous. It's like, dude, I can't do all this. You can do what you want to do. That's how I feel. So, if this is something you want to do, if you really want to retire, you can do it. It's not going to be easy. It never is. It's probably going to be some of the most challenging things you've done in your life. But the reward is worth it. And like I said, it's different for everybody. You know, if your family is stable, you can save, you can do a regular job, and like you don't have to pay bills. Dude, you're in a phenomenal position, man. All you got to do is work hard. We can do anything we want, and I feel like a lot of the times we just sell ourselves short. It's disappointing, but it is the way of the world. I feel like a lot of the times we don't even give ourselves a chance to win. You know, this account I'm playing, it has one life. I've never died on this account, and I've come this far. Why would I not shoot for the stars? I'm trying to beat this entire game with one life. Just one life. And I feel like people aren't even trying. And that's the real fault. Thank you.